have a really, really strong theory that honestly, as the title suggests, society does not know what a normal woman looks like anymore. I'm telling you. Why did I draw to this conclusion? Well, you see a celebrity, someone, let's take Dwayne Johnson, for example, one who is considered by many to the public eye to have this childlike appearance. And yeah, it's true, I can vouch for that. He looks absolutely incredible. Fucking incredible. Have you seen his physique? Mad. Are steroids involved? Yes, most likely. But it's perception in this day and age. It doesn't really matter in that regard. He looks great, man. Both in physique and body. You know, and I believe that's very obvious to say, but you can look at someone who's a bit more on the normal looking side and not an extreme in terms of body composition, like someone like a Prince Harry, you know, but I believe the former Duke of Sussex, if my British knowledge is knowledge. But yeah, I say this to say the two of them, they have what the world and social media would consider to be mid. Really, in actual real life human moral sane terms, mid just means normal looking women. And I drawn to the conclusion that society no longer knows what women looks like anymore because pardon me, whenever a celebrity shows their wives or just a spouse in general, they tend to get and so let's add this to it too. When they have a normal looking appearance, they tend to get a lot of hate, which is really messed up. It's really sad. Now, why do they get a lot of hate? I feel like, and I believe too, they get a lot of hate for this because the internet, they kind of put on this expectation already in their minds, you know, which is really unfair, but this expectation in their minds for, you know, said person's spouse to look just like a superhero too, right? Or have a beauty standard which is in the 99th percentile, simply because of the fact that, you know, their husbands are the same. So they automatically have that entitlement type mentality to think, yeah, okay, you're like this, the husband's like this, so automatically means wife has to be like that. When it doesn't go to their expectations, when it doesn't go their way, they get really sad. They get angry even. And I actually truly believe the internet exposes the worst side of people because the internet makes people say things that they know for a fact they would never say in real life. You know, there's a really good famous quote from Mike Tyson. Social media made you way too confident talking shit without getting punched in the face for it. And when you hear it from Mike Tyson, from an age where, you know, he was literally getting punched in the face for a living during his peak years, that's saying something. And it is really sad. It is very, very sad. And this is why I'm big on celebrities, and this is why even some celebrities even have taken the action to not show their spouses on social media. I don't blame them because the internet is a disgusting place. And I don't believe you should be posting your whole life on the internet. Some people do whole documentaries about their family lives. I never get how people do that, like reality TV shows especially. Yeah, man, talk about something to destroy just privacy, man. And I feel for them kids because they're just kids. They don't know any better, man. They don't know what's happening. All of a sudden, you grow up and everyone knows who you are. You think about a real family, you just have a famous shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians or House Families. You name it. It's an absolute nightmare, isn't it? Absolute nightmare. And I feel for these guys. Nowadays, and this is linking back to why people believe, but just society in general. You know, I'm not saying everyone is like this, but a wide bunch. So it's, you know, so it's pretty fair to say society are starting to forget what regular women look like. It's because online, what they're seeing online, they're too used to seeing Instagram models with big asses, fake breasts, and talking about those big asses. Most of them are Brazilian butt lifts, guys. You know, injections. So what they do is they take fat from their belly and they inject all that fat, that belly fat, to their bum. And I have heard rumors that when you take BBLs, you have a really smelly ass. And there's many evidences of that to prove. You can search that up on the internet. It's really bad, man. When you take a BBL, bro, you can't sit on your ass literally for months. No pun intended. You literally can't sit on your own ass. You have to sleep sideways or on your belly. You cannot sit on your face. You cannot sit on your ass. It's really bad. You're so used to seeing people on the internet with heavy makeup, right? Heavy makeup. I mean, most celebrities you look at on the internet, let's see if you're full into sin. But most people unfortunately masturbate too. The people they see on the people they see on the internet, right? They're wearing heavy makeup. Think of any celebrity you think, and any celebrity in your head, A-list celebrity. I guarantee the first thing you're going to think of, is probably them with makeup. That's the problem with this world now, and society in general, I believe. You're so used to seeing superficial things on the internet. And when you see so much of that on the internet, you can't help but start to believe that, that's real and that's what actual women look like. And I'm falling victim to this myself. I've had a friend a while back, a few years ago, and he too was struggling with the same issue that I'm telling you about. So we'd be in high school. He'd always look at these Instagram baddies, and then he'd come to school in real life. He'd always say the women in high school are mid. Really, they weren't. They were really attractive, in my opinion. I found them really attractive. But you looked at social media so much it screwed his perception of things, how women actually look like. And I believe it's the same with society. And when I said social media brings the worst side out of people, to which I still believe, the worst part is the people that talk shit on the internet like this, they have no profile picture, no subscribers, no profile picture. And if they do, it's probably got that one blank colored profile picture or a letter. Those are the people that tend to talk the most shit. Now, I'm not saying everyone that has a profile picture like that, but a vast majority from what I found on the internet, from what I've just been reading, from many, past experiences of using social media and the internet, very bad, very, very bad. I don't like it at all. It's fucking ridiculous. It needs to stop. But it won't stop. And that's the problem. That's why I'm making this video. To inform you guys, the sad truth that men are forgetting what regular women look like. And I actually believe this is why men are struggling to speak with women. And I've fallen victim to this in the past. And I've come to the light. And I can see why people are struggling now. You're so used to seeing Instagram models, right? With superficial looks. Heavy makeup, by the way. Right? So when you go outside, you see actual women who, yes, may still be beautiful without makeup. Your perception, right? Your perception is of what you've seen online. Your perception of women, most women are pretty horny nowadays, unfortunately, out there, is the porn. So you can't help but speak. You can't help but get your hands and palms a bit sweaty when you see an actual real life woman who wants to speak to you. And even when she is interested in you, you ruined it for yourself. And you butcher that conversation also because you've made your brain so superficial to what women look like. I believe, and I said this to my sister a few weeks ago, there's two types of insecurities that are fed onto both men and women. And I told my sister on the male standpoint, it's the body dysmorphia, it's the bodybuilding group. Do I believe you should be training, going to the gym, bettering your body to attract a wife? Absolutely. And I would even class you as petty for wanting to attract women. I did it. It got me to where I wanted to be. But then I realized I got my body. And after about 4 years, I was like, okay, cool. I get the girls that's nice. I'm not saying I'm the handsomest guy in the world, but when you just get a nice body, you do get girls telling and respecting you. It's just a nice feeling. But people turn that for the worst. They twist it a bit too much. Right? And then they fall into the lust rabbit hole. Most people, they even want to go to university to study. They want to go because they have the body. They want to have sex with a lot of girls, unfortunately. The girls do fall for it too. Damaged women fall for it. This is what happens when you don't have your morals in check, guys. You gotta fix up, man. This is fucking ridiculous. But yeah, that's happened too, bro. That happens too. What other things do I have to say before I cut off the video? But yeah, man. A lot of people, society, you're forgetting what actual woman looks like, man. I used to always think it's bad to repeat the title. No. To remind myself, bring myself full circle what the video is about. A lot of people are forgetting what actual woman looks like, bro. Oh, no, I remember what I was talking about now. See? That's the beauty of repeating the title. So, the male problem, to what I told my sister about, in terms of body dysmorphia, what's going on today, and I've been victim to this too. I've had my times when I was like 16 years old, constantly staring at the mirror, feeling like I'm not enough. I train really hard and look at the mirror, I feel great. I was lean as well, I wasn't the biggest guy at the time. I was at 160, 150. But I felt great, man. Post training, I go on the internet, look at people and their bodies, and I'd feel like shit. That's the male version of body dysmorphia. And then you go outside, you really think of these nuanced things that no one can see. So you're going outside, you're thinking to myself, oh, I measured my arms this morning. One arm is 1 centimeter bigger than the other. Are people going to notice that? No, you're too self-conscious now. You're too obsessed with the flesh. And I like, this is coming from someone that's jacked too. I weigh 195 pounds. Not the leanest. I'm on a bulk right now. But by my standards, I look pretty good. But if you were to, let's say I was to take a normal picture, or if you were to take a normal picture anyway of your physique and it looks good to you, right? The internet probably class it as bad. You know why? Because they're so used to seeing people on the internet posting their jack bodies. So really, they look the exact same as you. And then you see them do a video the same with their shirt, you feel insecure. Oh, my arms are not big enough yet. They probably are. But they're using lighting. And I don't blame them. You know, I don't blame them. They got to market their businesses and whatnot. They're not the enemy. It's just destructive when you don't have the knowledge and from a consumer standpoint. You know? Hebrews 4:12. My people perish for lack of knowledge. It's very equivalent here. You didn't have the lack of knowledge. They're using lighting to look good. I didn't have the knowledge at the time, yeah. So it destroyed my mindset. My positive mindset, my fitness approach to just feeling good when I was doing my fitness journey, it perished because I didn't know the nuanced things which make their body good. They're not gods. They're the same as you. They just have the good cameras and the lightings to make their physique look way better than it really is. Now, does that make them a bad person? No. It's marketing, it's business. It's what gets the clicks. I hear it. And I applaud them too. I'd probably do the same. But as a consumer, you need to realize, you know, the meanings behind the hidden meanings so you don't get cited. Now, from the woman's standpoint, I want to make this video very quick so I want to record 2 more. The woman's standpoint, it's beauty standards. And I blame this is what I told my sister. I blame the Kardashians for this because they raised the beauty standards through the roof, created absolute delusion, and they're so carnal and fleshy. They sold this narrative that you can be young forever and everyone is scared of aging, which really fucking pisses me off. It's a normal thing to age. All our ancestors went through this, well, the fortunate ones, and I say that because not everyone lived to an old age, unfortunately. But to the people that did grow old, obviously, their face changes. You're going to get a few wrinkles here and there. And I'm going to say this to you guys. You know, there is more to beauty and a nice body. Now, I do still believe get that nice body, have it too, it's good. But don't obsess over it all the time. Looks maxing is good. Hard maxing is bad. They're 2 different things. I can say that for another video. But yeah, I'm not making this video too long. The Kardashians destroyed women's beauty standards. It made women very insecure about their waistline, feeling that their waistline's not enough. Oh, I want to be like Kim Kardashian. Oh, I want to be like Rihanna. Oh, I want to be like Beyonce. Oh, I'm so ugly in the mirror. You're spending 2-3 hours looking at yourself in the mirror before you go out. You go outside and then you feel self-conscious. Right? And now the regular men outside are looking at you because they actually find you attractive. But now the woman in their head is thinking, oh, these men are looking at me because they saw that small look. I wish I could pinch my fingers right now. I can't hold the mic. But you can picture that small little detail that I don't like because you're too self-conscious. You think the man's looking at it. The same way the man is self-conscious with his arms, and someone praises it, oh, looks at him because they actually like his physique. The guy's thinking, oh, she's looking at me because, oh, he saw that small detail. No, he didn't. You're just too self-conscious now. That's the destructive female body dysmorphia narrative. Just forcing women to, you know, want to go to OnlyFans, forces women to want to, you know, get a butt injection themselves or get a breast lift. I mean, you don't need to. If you want to have a nice, guys, girls, I don't know if any girls are watching. It's probably not. My audience is primarily men, but I will say this: getting a nice ass as a woman is not hard. All you need to do is do a few squats in the gym, have a nice diet, do some cardio, you're good. But people want to find the quick way out. You want to get a butt injection. No, you train for 6 months to a year, you're going to get that nice ass you always wanted. It's not that hard. Really isn't that hard. As for breast size, and I'm not a scientist, I'm just using common sense. Breast size, don't worry about that. It gets bigger when you get older anyway, especially when you're pregnant. It's just a natural thing. Don't forget the whole purpose of having breasts. It's to feed your children. So, and I'm saying this because it's mainly young girls, teenagers, early 20s that have this issue. Oh, my breast is not big enough. Oh, my ass is not big enough. Well, when you're going to get older, especially your pregnant years and 25, when the metabolism starts to slow down and whatnot, naturally everything is going to come together. Same with men. You start off skinny, hit 25, everything gets bigger. I spoke to many people in public. They said the same thing. That's where I'm getting my evidence from. Many resources on the internet to make that up. Ask your parents, and they can vouch. Metabolism slows down when it gets to 25. This is why it's very common to see people get a lot fatter when you get older, a lot bigger body types. Like it really goes down. It's balls in your court. It depends on how you treat yourself, diet. You know, if you work out, then it's slow metabolism's not a problem because you can bulk easily. You know, which works in your favor because my age now, usually my age range, it's quite hard to bulk. You know, yeah, that's the male and female version. And I actually believe that's why people are struggling to like men, especially, are really struggling to know what an actual woman looks like. Right? You're forgetting, bro. It's normal. It's okay to lie. What the Kardashians are doing, Kris Kardashian, the mum, 70 years old, has a look of a 40-year-old, right? And everyone sees her and says, whoa, you're only looking at the outside. I don't care how much you try to change your outward appearance. The insides, biology, what God set in stone, that will never change. You may look 30, 40 on the outside. What about the inside though? You injected all those artificial things, yeah? Same with the steroids. You look good on the outside. How's your blood work? How's your cardio? How's your heart rate? How's your breathing? How, like, you think you're only thinking about the outside. And bodybuilders are a short career. So how many bodybuilders die in saunas in Thailand? Rest in peace. It happens. It's so sad. Guys, you need to go outside more. Why do you, guys, 90% of my videos, I'm always outside. Even this year, you always see me outside. I speak to people, man. So I'm surrounded with women every single day. Not to say I have a harem, just surrounded in the sense of I see actual real life women every single day. I know they look. They look like regular women. And last time I checked, the regular woman is attractive. Am I delusional? Maybe I am delusional because everyone is, people say a celebrity's wife who has, I wish I could do the quotation mark with my finger, but I'm holding it like, but what they consider to be mid, right? They consider that to be mid. Last time I checked, mid was just what an average looking woman looks like. And last time I checked, the average looking woman is attractive. No? Maybe I'm crazy. I guess I'm crazy. Let's run with that narrative. Maybe I'm crazy for one a natural looking woman. Okay, all right, I'm the crazy one. Okay, yeah, okay. Because there's more to life than looks, you know. I'm not telling you to devalue looks, but there's more to life than looks. Hey, you know, I'm not ready for that story. This society's cooked. Oh man, you guys gotta realize, man. So I don't want you guys getting married with this mindset of, oh, this person's ugly because it doesn't match your fantasy of the internet. Most of those people you see on the internet are superficial anyway. They put filters. Those girls put many filters prior to posting that picture. You see it now, you think it's genuine. We need to change. We need to flip that mindset, man. To realize it's normal to die, it's normal to age, it's normal to get wrinkled looks. Your ass is, if you're a woman, your ass is not going to look as good at 60 as it was when you were 20. Don't believe the false Kardashian narrative. Your boobs aren't going to be as big from when you're 60 to when you're 20. Cool. Same with men. Your muscles ain't going to be as big when you're 60 to when you're 25. Cool. Accept it. People die. It's okay. It's okay. You're not going to be as functionally fit when you're 60 to when you're 25. Cool. It's natural. Embrace that. We'll do you wonders in your life, I promise. That's all.